What's up, everyone? Thurp Behringer here, Georgia, Alabama Sports Live, and we are live from Smith Station High School. We've been doing media days, kicked it off last week. Muskogee County was first, then Brookstone, and now Smith Station. Again, we are so excited about our partnership and Smith Station Athletics being home on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live for the entire 2020-25, 2026 school year. And I've said this over and over again. This is a sleeping giant, and with the right administration, I promise you this is going to be a place that people are going to want to call home and proud to be at. Under Adam Johnson, Brian Eason, and the football coach now you're going to see today, Blair Harrison. Plus we got the band director. We have cheerleading. It's Smith Station Media Day on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live coming up next. I'm still on screen, ain't I? I'm on screen. Hey.
Welcome to Smith Station and an inside look at our football program. I've got with me today our defensive coordinator, Jasper Mason, my assistant head coach, Mike Hoovey. My name is Blair Harrison. I'm the head football coach and proud to be at Smith Station. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy the show.
All right, Coach, let's first things first, man. How has the last couple of months been taking over this program? I know you've been excited to get back into the coaching profession. How's these last couple of months that you're getting ready for the season?
I mean, it's been great. It's exactly what I needed as a person. And I think it's been great coming here every day with the guys that we've put around us and getting to coach the kids here that are really eager to learn and get better. So I thought it was a perfect situation. It's even better than I thought. We do have a long way to go, but I'm really encouraged, and I enjoy coming to work every day, which is, a really good thing to be able to say.
Coach, Alabama doesn't start their regular season until the 21st, 22nd week of August. Do you guys have a scrimmage planned for that actually week 0 for Alabama?
Yes, we do. We're playing Robertsdale here next Friday. Looking forward to that. We know we're going to learn a lot about ourselves and what we need to fix, but I think it's very important to go live against somebody else before they go in the record books. So we're excited to have that opportunity.
Talk about these two guys right here and Brian Eason allowing you to bring in your staff to be successful here at Smith Station.
Well, Coach Eason and Adam Johnson paired well together to try to help this go. I mean, the athletic director was behind us, but the principal has to make the decision. So everybody's worked together trying to get our staff together. We've done a great job. But I've got to my right Jasper Mason. He's our defensive coordinator. He actually played for me. He's coached for me. He's gone off and done some great things, and we're lucky to have him back. And Coach Hoovey's been with me in, 4 states now, and a good friend, but a great coach. He's my right-hand man. He's our assistant head coach. So, just to have these two guys, I'm very fortunate, but then we stacked other ones on top of them. So we're very fortunate to have what we have, and I think that they've done a good job of getting into our community and knowing our players, and they're going to be great in the classroom. So we're just lucky to have them.
Coach, your first game of the season is against Shaw. How special is that to face your former team that you were an athletic director and coach at?
The only thing about that is I just know the players and I know the coaches over there. Other than that, it's our first game at Smith Station, and I realize how important that is for my tenure here in this football program to get off on the right foot. Win or lose, it's going to be a good night for me because, I assembled that group over there and I've assembled this group over here. So, of course, I'm pulling for us at Smith Station, but But you know, it's just another game for me. Preparation is probably a little bit more intense. I've never really started thinking about an opponent this far out, but they've been on my mind. And you know, we're looking forward to seeing how well and how far we've come, how well we've coached these guys, and how far we've come, you know, in 8 and 9 weeks.
All right, these are for the assistant coach. We'll start with you, Jasper. Why'd you want to come to Smith Station? Why'd you follow and want to be back with your guy, Blair Harrison, man?
Well, I wanted to be here just because I know what type of man Blair is and what type of coach he is. I know he's always been a coach that is big on player relationship and building from scratch. And I knew that that was something that we were coming here to do, and that's something I was excited to be a part of.
And with you, Coach Hugh?
A lot of the same reasons. Coach Harris and I have been together, as he said, in 4 different states, and I've coached with other coaches. Was kind of out of coaching and wanted to get back into it, and I couldn't have asked for better timing or a better situation to hook back up with Coach Harrison and come to a place like Smith Station.
Coach, the 7A area that you play in has to be, in my opinion, the toughest area in the state of Alabama. Just talk about those matchups with the likes of Central, Auburn, Opelika, Enterprise, Carver, Montgomery. Just what are you looking forward to with these matchups with all the schools in the area?
I mean, I really am not looking forward to it at all. You know, we've got a long way to go. I guess a positive from it is we're going to learn a lot about ourselves. They're going to expose a lot of things that we need to get better at. But you know, we've never shied away from big programs, and we've never shied away from tough regions. All 3 of us have been in the same situation. We play giants all the time, and we hit those guys head on just like we do everybody else. So we'll prepare like we're going to prepare for Shaw, and we're going to do what we do. And you know, eventually it's going to be what we need to get over that hump. So you know, right now it's just, you know, it's the old cliche, one day at a time, and you know, we're thinking about Shaw right now, and we'll worry about those guys down the road.
Jasper, let's talk about the defensive side of the ball. How has the improvement come this offseason, heading into training camp? How are you feeling about that side, man?
I feel good about the group of guys that we have. Same thing Coach said, we just take it day by day. The main thing is just making sure that we are knowledgeable about the people that we're playing, that we have a game plan, and that we're ready to play hard and be physical.
Coach Huey, there's some key contributors that came back from last year. Just talk about just the growth and development of the team that you have in place getting ready for the upcoming season.
Yeah, there are definitely some guys we came in that we pinpointed as leaders, had played before, played for a couple of years. So we did our best to get them on board with our program, our idea of discipline and structure. And as soon as we get that going, the other players start following along. You could literally feel the growth from the first day we were here through summer conditioning up until, you know, even this week. So it's been a great thing to have those guys here. As Coach said, they were hungry to learn. I believe all students need a little bit of discipline and actually enjoy that because it tells them what to do and when to do it. It makes their lives easier. So that's been a great thing to see from these guys.
All right, final question, Coach, before we get to your players. Talk about this community, Smith Station. It's a very tight-knit group, and it's a growing community as well. How have you ingratiated yourself here the last couple of months, man?
Well, I mean, you know, I keep saying I go home and I've not met a person I didn't like yet, and it's really like it's true and it's amazing. But everybody's been great. You can tell that everybody is pulling the same rope and wants the rope to be pulled. And I'm willing to be a part of that and put my experience and my reputation on the line to try to help them pull that rope. And I mean, I can't wait, just to see the fans, when we turn this around, just to see how they're going to react and the smiles that are going to be on their faces that we've seen other places. And they're not going to know really how hard we had to work to get there, but we know that, and that's what's gratifying for us. But I just want to see, I've got, young kids ask me, well, when are we going to get to run our touchdown flag around the stadium? We didn't get to run it around much last year. And, when are we going to get a win? And, we got those same goals. So I hope I can bring that to this community, and I hope it's soon.
And by the way, I heard last night's event had a ton of people there last night. So we're excited about this partnership. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk with the football players here. Smith Station Media Day on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back, everyone, to Smith Station High School, and we're with Blair Harrison. His players, Blair, if you don't mind introducing your guys.
Yeah, I've got to my right Davion Lamb. He's a tight end, split in, outside linebacker, senior, returning player for us. To my left, Cohen Thomas, our quarterback, number 1. He's a junior. Both great leaders, both great guys. They make me feel good when they walk in the locker room every day, even though Davion's a little late sometimes. But and Cohen's had a little hiccup with his orthodontist getting his wisdom teeth out, but he's back ready to go. But having him here leading our team is great to be a part of.
Davion, I'm going to start with you, then I'm going to finish with you, Cohen. What's it like to play for Coach Harrison?
It's been experience for real. It's been very, I don't know what a word for it, but it's been very exciting though. You know what I'm saying? Going to practice every day, getting new plays. You know what I'm saying? With Coach Harrison, Coach Hoovie, and Coach Mason, it's been a ride. And I feel like this season we're gonna show what we really about, and we're gonna walk in there, take over their trout, you know what I'm saying, and come out with a W.
Cohen, same question.
Playing for Coach Harrison has really been a different experience for me. I played for a couple coaches, and he definitely just shows a love that's bigger than just football. Loves you as a player and a person, not just as your quarterback. So.
All right, Cohen, we'll start with you and then go to you. What's personal goal this year? Personal and a team goal for yourself.
Personal goal, we got to go 1-0 every week.
Okay. And what do you want to do? Do you want to go play college ball? Like, do you want to pursue things outside of this, or is this just high school football for you, man?
If that option provides itself, then I'll take that step.
I like the answers, man. What about you? What's a personal goal and a team goal? Blair's been teaching y'all well, man.
Like Cohen said, go 1-0 every week and build off of that every week. And you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, if it, you know what I'm saying, opportunity produce itself, go play the next level, and then hopefully make it to the NFL one day.
All right, I'm going to start with you and then finish with you. That atmosphere playing at TC Brittenfield Panther Stadium, what is that like, and how important is those fans support at every game out there, just really just coming out and showing up and showing out?
It's very important. It's very helpful. I love it every week. And having our cheerleaders, our jungle leaders and jungle, you know what I'm saying, hyping us up every week when we come out the tunnel. And every time we make big plays and everything, they always hype and stuff. So that really helps us on the sidelines and on the field.
Go on.
I played in that stadium in junior high, and I thought the crowd was pretty big. And then I got to high school, played my first high school game here last year, opening up against Shaw, and running under those lights was just like something different, like something that I never could have expected to prepare for like that.
Right.
You know, the jungle, which is our student section, they get crazy. I love them. Our cheerleaders, they really cheer us on, so big props to them.
Oh, we can't wait to be there on a Friday night. Coach, this is to you. You're implementing your system. We were just talking about your offense. You need a leader, and you got to have him at your catalyst. How's your relationship with Cohen going? How is his progression going and learning your offense, Coach?
I think that'd be a good question for Cohen, but I'll start. I think it's a great relationship. I think that I had to earn his trust early on, which was expected. And I think that I've been very consistent with my coaching of him and how I've treated him. And he's been very consistent with me of his response. But I'd like to hear from Cohen.
How do you feel about his offense and running right now?
At first, I think the whole team had trust issues, with Coach Albert coming in and leaving right away. We didn't know what to trust, but he came in, he definitely had to earn it. I wasn't sure of the offense, because of what we ran last year, and I bought in, learned, hey, this might work. Like it's completely different from what we ran last year. From the look of the eye, it looks identical, but it's not the same at all. Completely different, and I think we'll have a lot of upsets this year. I think a lot of people aren't going to expect it, but it'll happen. And Coach Harrison, I can always, if I need anything, I can just call him, text him, he'll answer.
I like that answer, man. I like the confidence too.
Coach Harrison, as we pulled up in the parking lot, we saw to our left that they're starting to build that practice facility that we were there for the breaking ground ceremony. Just talk about the progress of that, and when do we expect that to be up and running for the team?
Well, I think the progress has been excellent. They've worked on it every day. I'm here 7 days a week. They're out there with me. I'm afraid sometimes they're going to come through my wall when I'm sitting at my desk. But I think they're going as fast as they can. I look to try to be in it by this time next year, I hope. And hopefully we don't have to worry about weather and things like that like we're going to have to today. So, I think they're doing the best they can, and I'm excited for it. It's going to help us out.
You personally, final question, being back on that football field, does it feel good, man?
You don't want me? Yeah, it does. It's one of the best feelings. It's gonna be. I've already tried to think what it's going to be like that first night when we have to go and do it in front of people. But I know after the kickoff, I'll be just like when I was a player. After the kickoff, I'll be in the zone and ready to go.
Thank you, Coach. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk with the band. And if you haven't heard about the band here at Smith Station, you've been sleeping under a rock. We'll be back here on Media Day, Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Welcome back to Smith Station Media Day here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and we now have the band. We've got Dr. Butler and we've got Connor. And Dr. Butler, we're going to start off with you. The band sets the tone just for the mood of the football games. Talk about how often you guys play during the games. Do you try to get that band to play just about every second just to give that home field advantage?
Well, in Alabama, we're really fortunate in Alabama. We can play whenever we want to. So versus different when we go over, we're going to have to be a little different for this first game when we go over to Shaw, but especially when we're at home football games, we try and play nonstop, especially when we are on defense, trying to be as disruptive as we can. One of the new things we're adding this year is we're actually going to have the drum line play outside the stadium about an hour ahead of time, just creating that environment and excitement as you get to the football games. Then you have the pregame festivities, just different cheers. We have a spell out of SSHS on the field. Then we get to the game, playing lots of cheers, lots of stands, just adding to it the atmosphere of Friday nights between the players, the cheerleaders, the jungle, and the band is just an awesome experience in Smith Station.
We got to talk about your background, Dr. Butler, because the first thing when I went in a meeting with Mr. Johnson, Brian Eason, Hunter Ames, like, you got to meet Dr. Butler and his band. I'm telling you, it is just huge. So talk about your background. What led you here to Smith Station? Why you love band so much, man?
Awesome, yeah. So I am personally an alumni of Smith Station of this band program, so it's a really neat thing to be able to be back here and lead the program that built me. Before I got to Smith Station, I was in Montgomery at a private school for about 6 years and had the privilege to come back and follow my high school band director. One of the really interesting, neat things about our band program is that since 1972, we have only had 3 director of bands. And both of those gentlemen, first was Mr. Rick Till, second was Rusty Corson, and third is myself. I had both of Mr. Till and Dr. Corson while I was a student here. And so this is year number 10 for me here at Smith Station. It's really exciting to see the growth that we have had within our program over the years. When I first got here, from 7 through 12, we had 316 students. This year we have over 550, and that's shown in the marching band this year, the largest we've ever had at 225. We were able to add an additional band director who is also an alumni here, so now we have a staff of 4 band directors between both schools and 3 sponsors within our visual ensemble as well. So it's a really fun, exciting time to be back around.
Awesome, man.
Connor, what do you enjoy most about being in the band? And do you want to do this after high school?
Band is more than just, I'm playing the music on the page and really, wooing the crowd. I look forward to seeing this program after I'm gone, and hopefully I do get to go to a college and play. Troy's been calling my name for a little while now. But it's incredible what I've gone through and how just a few years ago the band was barely scraping by to be 100-ish, and now we're 225, you said. So it's going to look really good later on.
Well, I was talking with Dr. Butler about your brother, who's also being a part of it. How important was that to follow in his footsteps and be in the band?
So I can remember going to football games being in 6th grade, not knowing if I wanted to do band, and just looking up, and I'm seeing my brother on the ladder, and I'm like, I wanna be in that position. So I go through band. I'm with you for 6 years, and I worked as hard as I possibly could, and now that's me. I get to do that.
I love it, man. And talk about what that guy next to you means. Not just you, but all 225. I don't hear anyone say a bad word about Dr. Butler. What does he mean to you in your life, man?
There's a lot of heroes in everybody's life, and there's a lot of great people, and there's a lot of teachers, but there's few teachers that mean as much as you do. It's crazy how many people's heart you can touch in the short years we're with you. Even people who are coming in, say as a senior, say as a junior, from other schools go, wow, where have you been my entire band career? He means more to Smith Station and the band and the school than anybody, in my opinion.
Great answer.
Dr. Butler, talk about the times that the band is showcased to perform, like at halftime or any special events. Are there any specific events where the band is featured, and what goes into basically just giving your routine during halftime just to let everybody in the stands just know how talented the band is?
Absolutely. So our show this year, just talking a little bit about it, is called Ignite. It's around fire. We're playing Fire Burning in there through the Fire and Flames, Fire by the Ohio Players, Fireball, Girl on Fire, and finishing with a classical song, Firebird. So it's just a really fun, exciting, very heated show that we're showcasing this year. We enjoy performing at all of the varsity home and away games, getting to travel to Georgia this year. We'll go down to Dothan, we'll go to Montgomery as well, and of course down the street to our home stadium. In addition to football games, we have an event where we will perform at entitled Bandorama. It's going to be hosted at Auburn High School this year. It'll be on August 27th. Lots of area local bands come together and just perform for each other. It's a free event where we get together. And then this year we're going to go to 2 contests. The first contest will be at Phoenix City on September 22nd, and the second one will be on October 11th at Prattville. Traveling to these events, going back to that, as the band has grown, this year we have 6 buses. Out of that 225, one of the exciting things is we only have 28 seniors within that group, and next year we march 9 through 12, but right now we have 128th graders who, as those graduate, and just more expansion, we expect to be at 7 buses next year traveling with us. We'll take a full semi of equipment with us everywhere we go, so it's a logistical fun nightmare as we travel everywhere.
I love it, man. And I do got to ask, talking about this year with your group, what's the goal? What's the expectations with your team? And with also make sure to shout out your assistants, because I don't want to get you in trouble. Make sure you talk about the guys and women that help you do this.
Absolutely. Last year we're really fortunate. It was a really successful year for us. We went to 3 competitions around the state of Alabama. We were fortunate at 2 of those 3 contests to be the grand champion at those events. So
awesome.
The expectations from the students are very high. We have having growth within the program, we have about 80 ninth graders, so we have a long way to develop students as well, having this fun show. So their expectations are to go be as competitive as we can. Our expectations are just to focus on them as individuals and get them there, and we're able to do that. The new assistant we brought on this year, our former student, his name is Kevin Wright. He just graduated from Troy University. He's taught at Eufaula for a little while. I'm very excited to have him here. I'm not sure during the school day if he and I are going to have more fun than the students. That's quite possible. And then at our junior high, leading down there, we have Deshaun Iverson, who graduated from Troy University a few years ago and worked with their band as graduate assistant and is now leading the junior high. And working with him as well, and our percussion and our marching band is Chris Cox. And then working with our color guard is Virginia Stevens. She's a teacher here at the high school. We have working with our Pantherette dance team, Miss Alicia Goodson, a teacher here. And then we have a new majorette sponsor this year. Our former majorette sponsor is now an assistant principal at one of our sister schools. Miss Kate Sin works at West Smith Station. She's here working with our majorettes.
Awesome. Dr. Butler, it was a pleasure. Connor, congratulations. We look forward to seeing y'all many times on Friday nights in different events. Thank y'all so much for being here. We're going to take a break. More from Smith Station Media Day. Cheerleading up next on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
And we are back here at Smith Station High School. It's Smith Station Media Day, and now we've got two senior cheerleaders. Go ahead and introduce yourself, starting with you and then finishing with you.
Hi, my name is Belle Bailey, and I will be a senior this year, and I've been cheering for 5 years.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Hayden Suggs. I will be a senior this year, and I've been cheering for 6 years.
Now, the question I do want to ask, because there's three different types of cheerleading. There's game day cheer, there's competition cheer, and sideline cheer. Could you explain what's the difference between those three types of cheer?
So sideline is just supporting our football team and our band and any other, like basketball, any other sports, and competition is going out and competing against other cheer teams, like all in Alabama. So.
Okay, we'll start with you, Belle, and then we'll go with you, Hayden. How long you been cheerleading now, and why did you want to get involved in cheerleading? Why is it something that you love? Belle first, and then Hayden.
I've been cheering for 5 years, and the reason I wanted to start cheering was because it's just such a great community. Everyone is so nice. The coaches are great. We have been blessed this year and last year with a new coach, Coach Blaine. She has saved our program so much and has been a great leader towards all the girls and has really brought up the program and brought a lot of new cheerleaders.
I have been cheering for 6 years, and the reason why I wanted to start cheer is just because I love being able to be involved with people, even if that means just cheering people on. I love being involved in all different types of sports, and growing up I've done every sport in the book you can think of, and so cheer was just another addition to the book.
Belle, we'll start with you, and then we'll finish with you, Hayden. What's it like to cheer for Coach Blaine?
Cheering for Coach Blaine has been wonderful. We have had problems in the past with coaches, and this year and last year, Coach Blaine has really shown us what it's like to be a great leader and lead a great team and be positive about everything. She's just amazing.
Okay, Hayden.
It has honestly been an amazing journey to be able to be with her these past 2 years. She's actually the coach that allowed us to bring our competition cheer back, and it has brought a lot more people interested in trying out for cheer just because of the competition aspect. And she's also made just the whole environment a lot better. Our program was starting to go downhill very quickly, and so she was just kind of the coach that was like, hey, I'll step in, and she brought the program back up for us.
All right, I do want to elaborate on competition cheer because it is a sanctioned AHSAA sport where you're competing with other 7A schools like Central, Auburn. We'll start with you and then finish with you, Hayden, to talk about what goes into competition cheer and what type of events. Is it multiple schools, or are you taking on just one or two schools?
Going into competition, you have to be really dedicated. You have to really want to do it. It's a lot of hard work, definitely different from sideline, and it's just a good opportunity to, branch out if you wanted to do cheer after high school. It's just great opportunity. Going out of town to see the different teams in Alabama is just amazing. I love connecting with different girls. It's just great.
It's honestly a completely different world than sideline cheer.
Which one do you like better, sideline or
I prefer
competition?
competition cheer. It's just being able to compete against many different schools. Like in 7A, we go against, I think, 15 to 20 different schools just in one category. And it's honestly it's amazing to be able to work with different people and experience those things with them. So I prefer competition cheer.
Final question. Do y'all want to cheer in college? And what do you want to do after high school? Do y'all have plans for what you want to do once y'all graduate? We'll start with you, Bill, and finish with you, Hayden.
So after high school, I do not plan on cheering, although I do love cheer so much. It has really kept me out of trouble, and it's brought me up, just made me way more confident. But I do plan on going to college, just not for, cheer.
Hayden?
I plan to cheer in college. That's what I've always planned about doing. So hopefully I will continue to do multiple sports in college. That's the plan, and then hopefully make it to Team USA is the ultimate goal. So.
Well, now you just said that. What are some of the other sports, other things y'all do other than cheerleading, if y'all want to talk about that?
I play flag football, and I also do softball. So if I have the opportunity to do multiple sports in college, that's what I plan on doing.
Love it. Belle, is it just cheerleading for you?
Just cheer for me.
Love it. Well, thank y'all girls. Y'all did great. We'll take a break, and then Richard and I will wrap it up here. Smith Station Media Day on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back, everybody. What a fun time we've had here at Smith Station. I cannot say it enough. I've been wanting this partnership since we started Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and finally this year we're getting it. I'm excited about what Smith Station Athletics is going to turn into, again, under great leadership from Adam Johnson, the principal, to Brian Easton, the AD, to all the coaches that are involved. Every program here is at a top level, and they're trying to strive to get to that top level, even if they're not there yet. I think it starts with band. Brian Easton was telling me all his coaches need to mimic Dr. Butler and his band, and then if they do that, they're going to have a successful program. But we are super excited about this upcoming season. I can't wait for football. Blair's going to hate me for saying this, man, but I'm telling you, they're going to win a lot more games than many people out there are saying.
Yeah, I can't wait for that football game. Even though it's not a Smith Station home game, we are calling that first football game for Smith Station, taking on Shaw at Otis Spencer
You've literally
Stadium.
been sleeping at night dreaming about that game, haven't you?
That's the dream matchup. We saw that in the State Line Showdown last year. A great defensive battle where either team could have won it, but Shaw, came out on top. But Smith Station is looking at that and saying that, that's their first game, and they're wanting to try to avenge that loss. But the home opener at TC Brittenfield at Panther Stadium is going to be against Valley. And I can't wait for that game, because we're going to get an opportunity to see the cheerleaders and the band both there at the broadcast. And I love this partnership that we have with Smith Station, because we're also going to have an opportunity to live stream volleyball, basketball, wrestling, softball, so flag football. So it's going to be a great partnership, and looking forward to it.
No doubt about it. I know I just pulled my phone out. That's technically a no-no, but I wanted to make mention of where we're going to be. The first actual broadcast we are going to do this year is the football game you made mention, which is Shaw and Smith Station. But here on this campus, the very first one is coming up, volleyball, Russell County at Smith Station, August the 28th. And then we got a home football game against Valley. We got game day we're going to be doing. They're supposed to be having like flyovers. They're just going all out for that game on August the 29th. It is going to be sensational. And then plus we got coaches shows too. So we're excited about it, and we're already hitting the ground running here with Smith Station.
And what a rivalry. You got two border counties in Lee County and Chambers County. The Valley fans are going to make the trip down. And they've got a great football team as well. And I know that this is a rematch from that game last year up at Ram Stadium. And I can't wait for Smith Station football. I can't wait for the backyard brawl. I know it's going to be at Central this year, but I know it's a huge rivalry, and I know the fans are going to come up and come out.
Yeah, they are. So, again, thank you to Brian Easton, Dr. Butler. Thank you to Coach Blaine, the cheerleaders that were here, Hayden and Bell. Also, thank you to the assistant coaches, Coach Huey and Coach Jasper, that were here with Blair Harrison and his players. What a fun time we had, and specifically shout out to PNN Director Hunter Ames. We're going to be partnering with him many times. Thank you for allowing his students to come and hang out with us and seeing what we're doing. We are excited, again, about our partnership with Smith Station, and you already see it. We're a Coke company. So presented by Coca-Cola and Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. We'll see you next time on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.